Bam. Okay, beautiful. Sorry, just letting our lovely casters know what's going on. Beautiful. Just letting them know, here we go. We are jumping into game number 2. So we missed out on game 1. If you're in the chat and if you're watching the main stream, let us know. Let us know what happened between herO and herO in game number 1 as we're here in game number 2. So far, it looks like standard openers will welcome one and all to Persephone. herO does open up Stargate opener out of herO. Meanwhile, herO was forsake the unnatural natural. Now, welcome to Persephone. Persephone, this is a map that is known for aggression, known for all-ins. Sorry, I shouldn't say all-in. Just known for aggression, known for aggressive builds. Just because of the shorter rush distance by ground. And we'll see how aggressive herO is going to be. Alongside herO. Goes both ways. As I said, the shorter rush distance, nice pickup, getting one probe. Oh, doesn't quite get the other. But a nice pickup nonetheless here out of herO. Now, if you're familiar with herO's style, and of course it's a best of 5. Alright, I should also fix that up on the stream, on the channel. Should also fix that up. herO versus herO. But herO, he's very much, when he thrives and when he's at his strongest, herO, he is in the late game, in lurker tech. If he's able to get to lurker tech, that's where he can thrive, that's where he can look at his best. We'll see if he can get there. Twisted Minds 1-0. But if you saw game 1, I'd love to know what happened. Would love to know. As herO is going to be taking his third base, we do see herO massing up some Lings. His goal here should be to delay the third. As he does pick up a probe, not bad. Probe goes down, Lings, they slip in. The wall's not a wall. herO. As herO is racing back, again a lot of chaos. No major damage, but at least does scout the main. And is just causing some havoc here in the bases of herO. Behind this, herO is droning. What we're really looking for here is an Evo chamber. We're looking for an Evo chamber or a Roach Warren from the side of herO. One or the other. Or even a fast lair. Just waiting to see what his gas is going to be spent on. Meanwhile, standard follow-up out of herO. So Stargate opener into triple Oracle, into a third base, into +1 and Blink. As that's a Forge and Twilight Council. So should be +1 Blink Stalkers. herO, he's very standard when it comes to his openers. He can be very aggressive with his Blink, don't get me wrong. He can be very aggressive. I mean, again, herO, he's the best player, best Protoss player in the world. He's expected to go far. He's expected at least. As there it is, Evo Chamber. So we can see on the production tab, Evo Chamber's on the way, so that should be for +1 melee. We do have our lair as well. Earlier when I was saying that herO, he thrives when it comes to lurker tech, he's very fond of going into Ling Hydra and then rushing into a fast infestation pit. He's very fond of that, but I don't really know how well that style would work on Persephone, I'll be honest. But regardless, herO does skip his Roach Warren. So again, Ling Hydra, yep, +1 melee, because of the early Evo Chamber into Ling Hydra. This is the go-to to get into the mid game. And from here, the question becomes, does herO saturate his 4th, or does he tech up, saturate the 4th base, and tech up into lurker tech? Or does he not saturate the 4th and just double down on 3 bases? Oh, we have another answer though, going for the Spire. Let's go. Lings are trying to force their way in. The probes are falling, but alas, so far herO is holding on. I spoke too soon. Stalker's under fire. Oracle's a race back home. And the Lings are dealt with. Nice defense. What's important though is that herO is buying time. He's buying time. He's distracting herO. And getting to the Spire, getting to Mutus. He's getting into Mutatech. Just double checking. This is bracket B. I can get rid of this, I think. This and this and this. There we go. Beautiful. Nice denial. Yeah, here he does 9. Does recall back home in time. Whew. Again, these nice pickoffs here, these nice moves out of herO, but alas, he still does not know about the Spire. Behind this, Blink is on the way, of course. Storm is on the way. Oh, is the Oracle taking a lot of hits? Yeah, a bit of miscontrol there by herO. He assumed he was safe. But you can see hero's taking him into Sky Toss, going for the Fleet Beacon. Muta production has begun. Nice catch on the Hydras. There are 9 mutas on the way. And unscattered mutas, they can get out of hand, they can get out of control. herO pulls away, healing up at the healing pad. Let's go. Topping up those Stalkers. Again, that's one of the big features here of Persephone. It doesn't fully top up, but somewhat. As mutas, there's 6 mutas on the way. That is enough to one-shot workers. It's enough to one-shot. As mutas, they peel off towards the left-hand side. I believe they're headed into the main. Tempest production has begun, but that's not going to help. Again, the main base is exposed. No shield battery, no cannon. Mutas have arrived. They're going for the mineral line, and probes are going down. We have a couple of Stalkers to respond, but only a couple. Likewise, things they catch up more Stalkers. herO just getting pulled apart. And Rogue is snowballing out of control. Going for the main, depowering the Stargate. Lings, they hit the right-hand side. And herO, he just cannot keep up. Not like this. Oh no! I mean, the Tempest wasn't going to help anyway. The Stargate is depowered. A decent storms, but the High Templar get caught out. Oh my god, jeez, the zoom. Oh my god. We're getting crazy. Yeah, and Rogue has done it. Again, Muta's unscouted their potential at the end of the game, and they are. They're just pulling herO apart. 18 probe kills. High Templar got sniped. And Rogue, he's doubling down. What's he doing? Making more mutas. More mutas are on the way. He did invest in the Hydras, but that was merely a stepping stone into this. Into mutas. Do they now round of 8 pairings today? They do. Yes. We hear sound from the players? Yes. I don't know if you can note, if you can hear it. If you listen closely, you can actually hear their keyboards. But we do have a mic on the player desk. But meanwhile, yeah, Lings, they just wreak havoc here in the bases. 17, 20 probe kills. The 4th base is going to be going down. And the 4th base is going to fall. And again, Rogue, he's just pulling herO apart. herO just cannot keep up. Not anymore. There's no Archons, no Storm, just a handful of Stalkers. And that's not good enough. +1 is now done for the meters. +1 is complete. And here is down to 35 pros, barely an economy. There's barely anything left. Yeah, we got a mothership. We're fine. Copium. The mothership has arrived. But it does nothing. Not to the Lings, they just keep flooding in. They keep flooding forward into the mineral line. Cloak gets activated. Rogue is maxed out. From here, Rogue, he can take up into Ultras. That would be his ideal. As they rotate back around. Oof. Going for the mothership. We attempt the slow zone, but alas, there's no saving the mothership. Not like this. Mothership goes down. GG gets called, and Rogue ties up the series 1-1. Whew. GG. We have a back and forth. Again, GG, well played. Whew. Again, Rogue getting unscattered with those mutas with that Spire tech. Again, I mean, that's one of the big dynamics here about this matchup. Well, one of the big features, one of the big aspects, that's probably a better word, aspects, of the matchup is Mutatech, is going for the Spire. Because if you don't see it coming ahead of time, then there's no reason to get shield batteries and cannons, no reason to start Phoenixes. If he had seen this, he would have been able to shut it down, would have had a much stronger response, but alas, unscattered, cannon in the game, can get out of hand real fast and real quick. GG. GG, well played. Now, to be fair, it wasn't just that the mutas got unscattered, but it was really nice movement out of Rogue with his Lings. Just non-stop aggression, hitting the 4th base, the 3rd base, the natural, the main. Rogue, he was everywhere. Just all over herO. with that GG. Now, I don't expect to see this again. Actually, it is a best of 5. It is a best of 5, so we might see this one more time later on in the series. But going into a Muta switch and going into a hidden spire like this is something you want to do only a couple of times in the series. You don't want to rely upon this. So this is a great way to recover and to bounce back from the side of Rogue. But again, I don't expect to see Mutas in the next game. Maybe the game after that, but yeah, we'll see how Rogue does adjust. Does adjust, how he does shake things up. Most of your commentators, yes, so you can hear commentators in the background, but you can also hear the keyboards. You can also hear the players whenever they say something. It does happen from time to time. It happened in a Rainer's match. Can you hear the clicking? Oh. I see. You can hear the clicking in the background. But here we go, jumping in. It's so fast. I'll turn it up so you can hear a little bit better. See that? It's like the mouse clicks and the keyboard. Regardless, spawning in the bottom corner, we do have our South Korean Protoss player, the red Protoss. It is herO. Oh. God, I keep doing that. And in the top right hand corner, we have the South Korean Zerg player. It is Rogue for Team Falcons. Likewise here for Twisted Minds. We're settling into game 3. Bearing in mind this is a best of 5. Best of 5, plenty more games ahead of us, plenty more games to come. Also, I apologize. Predictions are now open. Place your bets on who you think will take the series. I did not open up the predictions earlier, so my apologies. Yes, you can hear the clicks and the taggers. So now, we'll just see herO going for its own natural. Just standard opener. Okay, expand into Cybercore. Likewise, Hatchcats pull out of Rogue. And welcome to Tokamak. Now, Tokamak is one of the larger maps in the map pool. Much larger map, longer rush distance by ground. We do expect longer macro games on this map as a result. And if there were a map for Rogue to try to go into Lurker Tech, this would be it. Likewise, this would also be a safer map to take into Spire and into Mutas, but as we saw it in the last game, I don't expect to see it again here. Not yet. Maybe in a game 4, maybe in an ace match, but ideally you don't want to go consecutively into Muta play. Just because herO is going to be a little more aware to scout for something like that. Especially directly after. Here we go. As we are going to be setting up here at the 3rd. Rogue claiming his 3rd. Stargate opener out of herO. So let's go with the Stargate into Oracle, as to be expected. We do have extra links massing up here for Rogue. Interesting. Once again, the goal here, I would imagine, would be to shut down the Adepts and to maybe threaten the 3rd base. Things are building up, collapsing in, and herO, he does shade away. Does shade away in time. Rogue trying to hunt down those Adepts is on the way. From here, herO should be expanding and claiming a 3rd base, and here he will lose 1 Adept. Not bad. 1 Adept does fall. Frantic clicking. Methodical. But you can hear a lot of it because it's from both players. It's the clicks from both. Oh god, Jesus. Yo, the observer's having fun. Oh my god. Observer, calm down. As Sword Up shade into the main, they can one-shot drones. Lings are out of position. Yeah, Lings are out on the map. Massive pickoff. 1-2 drone kills. No mining time here, or lost mining time in the main. Nice moves out of herO. Again, herO racing back home with the Lings. Again, he was across the map. Does lock down the Adepts. Gets one. Gets both. Both Adepts go down. Oracles, they hit the third. They catch a worker. 1, 2, 3 drone kills. Getting up to 6. Oh my, 7. 7 drones going down. herO does punish. As here he does continue. Going for another Oracle. Behind this, going to a Forge. Twilight Council plus 1 and Blink. A much stronger start for herO this time. Does have a stronger start. I think I might turn it down a little bit. Just because of the just because of the background casters. Just a little bit. Otherwise, Rogue is going to be re-droning. We have once again the Evo Chamber on the way. Again, that should be for +1 melee into Ling Hydra. So we're heading in the same direction this time, except, as I mentioned before, I don't expect to see a Spire. But it is Rogue. Might be crazy enough to do so. As your Oracle does rotate into the main. You can see herO transitioning out of this into Storm. So Blink into Charge, into Storm behind it. Decent stasis, catching out 3 drones. 3 drones getting caught. Hydrogen is on the way. That is not melee, that is +1 range. With +1 range on the way, this tells us that Rogue, he might cut workers earlier. For the time being, he's on 70 workers. We'll see if he does run up anymore. We'll keep an eye on Rogue. Stasis trap on the way. Storm is amassing. Hydra production has begun. Rogue is on 69 workers. That is just over 3 base saturation. Okay, it's taking up. Now, what we're seeing here, what we should be seeing here is rushing to lurkers. So, yeah, +1 range into infestation bits, into a 4th base, and the gases into lurker tech. And those range upgrades are there to specifically benefit the lurkers. And to get into +2. So right now, Rogue is rushing into lurkers. We'll see if he can get there. We mentioned at the start of the series that is kind of where Rogue really thrives, is lurker tech. And we'll see if he can get there. Likewise, this is a good map for it just because, again, Rogue is more defendable back at home. The bases are more secure. And there's less of a chance that herO can break him early on. Not impossible, but just less of a chance. Let's see, we go here. He's pushing. Now, this is going to hit with Storm. This is actually a really, really crisp timing here. Storm just now finishing. And can he break Rogue before lurkers? Here we go. He's committing. He has arrived. Rogue, he's not ready for this. The pants are down. No Banelings. Just purely Ling Hydra Queen. And that's going to be 4 High Templar, 4 Storms. Lings, they collapse in. Storms on the Hydras. Brutal Storm. Oh my god. The Storms are brutal. 2 High Templar on the third. Another Storm. And herO, he's doing it. He's breaking on through. I mean, there's still a couple of Hydras left over. It's going to be close. Queens are falling left and right. No more Storm. But the Hydras, they're so low. They're so low. And they're falling. herO, he is breaking Rogue. The Hive is on the way. Lurker Den's on the way. But GG gets called. He's broken before he can tech up. And herO takes the lead in the series. Whew. GG. herO, he does take a lead. And is up 2-1. Oh. GG again. Rogue, he was taking up, and I don't blame him. As I was mentioning, I do stand by it. This map is known for longer macro games, and Rogue, he was getting ready for it. He was droning, he was teching, he was going for the Hive, going for the infestation bit. He was looking to enjoy a longer game state, and herO, he had other plans. herO, bam, does move out, does hit just as Storm finishes. And does bring Rogue down just before he can embrace any kind of lurkers. As you can see, Lurker Den finishes up just as the Hydra's dying, just as the storms land. So Rogue, he just barely couldn't get there in time. Likewise, Rogue, he was also unaware, right? He wasn't aware that the hero was being this aggressive and this active. And there it is, GG. GG, well played. And with that, herO, he is one game away from qualifying for the round of 8. One of us. One more game is all he needs. And we'll see if we can go the distance. Likewise, Rogue. What does he go for here? I mean, honestly, I feel like a little bit comes down to the map. Like, I'm not privy to the map of choice. Do we go for a larger map, a smaller map? How does Rogue approach this? What's the plan? As we have the answer, we're loading in. Here we go. Game 4 is going to be our Incorporeal. Interesting. As in the bottom right hand corner, we do have our South Green Protoss player. The red Protoss, it is herO. But every time. in the top left, we do have Rogue for Team Falcons. So I was curious, I use my numpad for the fanfare. And obviously numpad on the clean feed just brings us back in time. I have to click away. As Rogue is going Hashgas full, standard opener. Standard opener out of Rogue. Likewise, herO going for his own gate expand into Cybercore. And I'll be honest, I'm still on the fence about Incorporeal. Incorporeal is a larger map, that is true. Longer rush distance by ground, also true. There are definitely some defensive features on this map. So we could see a longer one, but at the same time, what is striking about this map is just how spread out the bases are. The bases are so spread out. It can be very difficult to defend a third, a fourth, a fifth base. Can be quite difficult. So we'll see how our players will approach this. Meanwhile, here he needs one more game to qualify to advance on. Also, I should emphasize this as well. I mentioned this before, but just to make it clear, this is I believe this is the final series, the final qualifying match. Once we have our players set, we are actually going to cover some of those round of 8 matches here today. We're going to be casting the Clem series and the Raynor series as well. Both. Both will be on the channel. I don't know if they have their opponents set yet. I think they might just be waiting for these matches before we have confirmation. As we have once again a Stargate open out of herO. Does open Stargate. Rogue back at home. Standard opener. Just hatch gas pull into a third. Standard opener out of Rogue. Or Google's going to be on the way. From here, we expect another standard start out of herO, but clearly, you can see here that if herO does sense that you are being greedy, that you're taking up, then he will go for the kill. He will go for the throat. So how does Rogue adjust? Is now the time to go back into Muta play? That's the one game that he's won this series, is going to Inspire. But I did emphasize that it's risky to do that multiple times in a series just because now hero's on notice. He's more willing and more adamant, I would imagine, about scouting for that sort of thing. To the fanfare for you. True. Gotta do the fanfare. Look, if we don't do it, no one will. Like, I'll be honest, like, I have a really hard time watching like I Am Katowice or EWC when they don't have the fanfare after player introductions. I can't handle it. Where are the trumpets? Where are they? As for the first time in a long time, well, do you see what I see? Roach Warren. Roach Warren is in the production tab for Rogue. Every game so far has been going Ling Hydra. This time, safety Roach Warren. We'll see if he intends to make use of it or if it's just for safety. You know, Adepts stay straight into the mid-run. Lings are in position. Nice around. And Adepts are cleaned up. Rogue cleans up all the Adepts. Now we can counterattack it, going for the third base. Roach Warren's about to finish. And again, do we go into Roach speed? Do we make Roaches? What's the plan? You know what, herO going for a standard follow-up. Going for the Forge, Twilight Council, plus on and Blink. Lings are deflected by the Oracles. A couple of reps do make it out. Gases are being taken. No Evo Chamber yet. No Evo Chamber. Oh! Comes in first round, takes down an Adept. Gets one, gets both. Oracles haven't gotten much economic damage, but they do get a Queen. Flash Transfuse. They get 1, 2, 3 drone kills. 3 drones and a Queen. It's okay damage. It's okay. Did I say okay? Getting 5 is getting 6. Much better. Much better here. 6 drones. Roach Warren is complete, but I don't see Roach. Oh, actually, there we go. Roach speed is on the way. Interesting. Is getting Roach speed. We have the Evo Chamber as well. Now, is this Roach speed just for safety? Just in case he has to make Roaches? Or are we going into range? Into range upgrades, I mean. Curious. Yeah, he's making Roaches. Okay, let's go. For the first time this series, Rogue, he's going into a Roach composition. Going into Roaches. There we go. Hydrogen on the way as well. But he's making safety Roaches. Evo Chamber is done. Oh. The mainstream did go down earlier, so I was a little bit concerned. You know, Oracles, they do get on top of the 4th. Clem versus Raynor. No, we're going to be casting Clem's match and Raynor's match. Clem will have his own opponent. Raynor will have his own opponent. But we are going to be casting those matches after this. In the round of 8. The round of 8. So Oracle does slip in between the bases. Hydra production has begun. Rogue, he's not droning. Do you see what I see? 61 drones. He's going for the all-in. Yeah, Roach Hydra +1 range. Hydra range as well. Just making pure Hydras. If you remember, I was assuming that this was going to be the case in the previous game when he went Lurker. On Tokamak, I was like, yo, he's going to cut Workers and just max out on Hydras. That's happening here. So this is a build that Sol is very fond of. Sol, he's very fond of this Hydra all-in. Basically, it's just 3 base saturation. Drone up to 3 bases, and then bam, max out on Solo would go Ling Hydra. This is Roach Hydra. But Rogue, he's not droning and he's not teching. There's no infestation bit, there's no hive, there's no lurkers. There's no drones. Just units, just roaches and hydras. And here we go, he's going for it. One way or another, either he kills herO or he dies trying. herO blinks forward, storm on the hydras. Storm on some of the lings, High Templar gets surrounded. High Templar gonna be forced back, but they do barely survive. Nice movement there from herO, he saves the High Templar. Very nice movement. I say that. Rogue starts stepping in. Ooh, the High Templar exposed, he gets one. Takes on one, the others do back off. Another storm on the roaches. Storm on the hydras as well. And herO shutting this down. He blinks on the army, takes out every single hydra, and the all-in, it crumbles. Ay, ay, ay. Again, here he had a very nice concave setup, fighting from multiple angles. Again, Storm was on point. And Rogue, he's in a rough position. You can see Rogue, now he drones, but this droning is late. And remember, there's no tech, there's no +2, there's no hive, no infestation bit, no nothing. herO has a massive lead, a massive advantage. And rogue is just forced to make roaches. I mean, he has to. Otherwise he dies. He has to rebuild with roaches, has to remax. Now he's droning, now he's teching, but this is all late for rogue. And there's a massive window in time that herO can try to break rogue before lurker tech. But this is not that. As you can see here, rogue, he is trying to transition out of this by taking up and droning. We have the infestation bit on the way and the lurker down on the way. herO, instead of going for the kill, Skytoss. herO is going to slow things down. We have a Stargate on the way, Fleet Beacon, and a Robo. So he's gearing up for Skytoss. Not exactly what I was hoping for, but sure. I mean, it works. Meanwhile, herO overextending, pushing onto creep. The High Templar, they're on their own. A bit of a disjointed attack here from herO. Zealots, they only get a handful of drone kills. That could have been so much worse. But here he is applying pressure. Tempest production has begun. Rogue, he's still not at lurker tech. He still needs more time. But he does have a decent army. Ooh. Decent spread against the storms. Storms, he's thrown away. 32 links in production. Here come the lunkers. They're morphing in. Rogue, he's holding his own. Is it no expecting tuna tomorrow because of Dallas? Yeah, no tuna. No tuna. Unfortunately. So we are pushing forward. I'm moving in. herO rotating over, looking for another way forward. And again, even though herO isn't breaking rogue, he's still teching, right? He's still teching up. +1 air attack is on the way. Mothership, more Tempest, +3, second Stargate. As he's containing rogue, rogue is stuck on 4 bases. herO, he's on 4 as well. herO has a greater economy. herO can take a 5th from this point. Sorry, hero's already on the 5th. Jesus. he can get a 6th. Take more bases. hero's looking very comfortable. Now, there is always going to be a chance here for rogue when it comes to like a Nidus play. He can Nidus across the map into the main and try to end the game there. There's always a chance. But right now, there's no answer to the Tempest. There's no Corruptors. There's no Vipers. Spire just got thrown down. Skytoss is now revealed. And this is just free damage on the army. Takes down the Spore. Rogue going for a desperation counterattack. Ideally wants to force herO back home. Here he's happy to just cancel the base. Does cancel. There's that recall. Going for the lurkers. Nidus Worm is on the way for rogue. And again, the best that rogue can hope for right now is just go for mass Nidus play and just distract. Just buy time for Corruptors. As you can see, rogue is going for a split push. He has 1 army on the left, 1 army on the right. But here he has a recall. He did just use a base recall, but he has a mothership recall. That's what I love at herO. Love from herO, I should say. Yep, there's that recall. On the lurkers, Jesus. Mothership goes down. But here he will shut this down. Massive Storm on the Hydras. A bit of a messy fight, but does clean up every single lurker. Nidus in the main does complete. Do we have any lurkers inside? We do. Lurkers, they bust into the main. Here he has to respond to this. He's racing back over. Nice Nidus here from rogue. But hero's maxed. hero's maxed out. And rogue, he's threatening some of the production. Only some, though. Yeah, Tempest. Just getting free shots off. More Tempests have arrived. Zealots, they do counterattack at the same time, getting into mineral lines. And this is the last stand here for rogue. He's doing what he can, but he's going to be shut down. GG gets called. He has nothing else behind this. And herO, he will take the series 3-1. And herO qualifies for the top 8. GG. Whew. GG, well played, herO. He will make it through. He will qualify again. herO coming in as one of the best. Oh, they're discussing the game. Ah. Shout out to Rogue and herO. Look at him go. He's like, what should I have done here? Oh, you can hear them. It's like, ah, chincha. 알았어. I love that. That's cool. They GG, they shake hands, and they just talk about the game. But GG, well played. Congratulations, herO. He will claim the series at 3-1, advancing on into the top 8. And I believe we might be done here. Oh, I say that. I believe Showtime vs. Shin is still ongoing. I believe Showtime vs. Shin is still ongoing. Shout out to Steadfast. Steadfast, he's covering that series. They're going to the ace match. They're going all the way to game 5. Let's go.